This audiobook guides you through the reality shift, where visualization becomes your key to conscious creation. Discover how every thought and emotion weaves the fabric of your life, and awaken to the truth that you are the master of your reality. The shift begins now. The reality shift. Introduction. Within these pages lies an ancient truth, whispered through the corridors of time by mystics and sages who understood the sacred relationship between thought and manifestation. The power you seek has always resided within you, waiting to be awakened from its slumber. Your outer world, every circumstance, every encounter, every moment of triumph or challenge, springs forth from the wellspring of your inner reality. Like a mirror reflecting your deepest thoughts and beliefs, the universe responds to the images you hold in your mind with unwavering precision. This mirror-like quality of existence reveals itself through the art of visualization, a practice as old as consciousness itself. When you close your eyes and paint vivid pictures in your mind, you are not merely daydreaming. You are engaging in the primordial act of creation. Each thought, each mental image, ripples through the fabric of reality, drawing to you the circumstances that match your inner vision. The masters of old understood this profound connection. They knew that visualization was not a mere tool, but the very language through which the soul communicates with the universe. When you learn to harness this power, you step into your rightful place as a conscious creator of your experience. The wisdom contained in these pages has been preserved and protected, passed down through generations of those who recognized its transformative potential. Now, as you hold this knowledge in your hands, you stand at the threshold of a remarkable journey, one that will reveal how your thoughts shape the very substance of your reality. As you progress through these teachings, you will discover that the power of visualization is not simply about picturing what you desire. It is about awakening to the truth that you are already creating in every moment through the images you hold in your mind. This awareness is the key that unlocks the door to conscious manifestation, allowing you to shape your destiny with purpose and clarity. The time has come for you to embrace this timeless wisdom and step into your power as a conscious creator. Part 1. Awakening the Visionary Within. Chapter 1. The Hidden Pattern of Reality. In the ancient city of Almara lived a master weaver named Nasir, whose tapestries captured the hearts of all who beheld them. While others saw only the beauty of his finished works, Nasir discovered something extraordinary, an invisible thread that connected every element of his creations, flowing through each pattern in ways that defied ordinary sight. As he worked at his loom one day, this hidden thread revealed itself to him, shimmering with an otherworldly light. He realized that what appeared as separate elements in his tapestries were actually interconnected by this unseen force, creating patterns far more intricate than what the eye could perceive. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions operate in much the same way as Nasir's invisible thread. They weave through every aspect of your existence, creating patterns that manifest in your external reality. Just as the master weaver's thread determined the final form of his tapestry, your inner world shapes the fabric of your life experience. These invisible threads of consciousness flow ceaselessly, whether or not you notice them. Every thought you nurture, every belief you hold, every emotion you experience contributes to the greater pattern of your life. When you remain unaware of these connections, life may seem to unfold randomly. Yet there is always a pattern, always a reflection of your inner state manifesting in your outer world. This truth echoes in the tale of Alexandra, a wandering scholar who discovered an ancient temple deep within forgotten lands. As she explored its dusty chambers, She noticed faint markings on the walls, symbols that seemed meaningless at first glance. But as she studied them intently, patterns emerged. What appeared as random scratches revealed themselves as an intricate language, telling stories of universal laws that governed all of creation. Like Alexandra's discovery, your awareness reveals the hidden patterns in your own life. Those recurring situations you face, the types of people you attract, the opportunities that appear or elude you, all are connected by invisible threads of thought and belief. Just as the temple's symbols held meaning waiting to be understood, your life contains patterns waiting to be recognized. To begin uncovering these patterns that shape your reality, I invite you to engage in this sacred practice. Each evening, as the day draws to a close, take a moment to record your predominant thoughts and feelings in a journal. Write without judgment, simply observing the inner currents that flow through your consciousness. After 7 days, review your entries. Look for recurring themes, persistent emotions, and repeated thoughts. These patterns reveal the invisible threads weaving your current reality. Through this practice, you will begin to see how your inner world creates your outer experience, allowing you to consciously participate in shaping the tapestry of your life. Chapter 2. Painting Reality on the Cosmic Canvas. In a sunlit studio among rolling hills, there lived an artist named Maya whose paintings held a peculiar magic. When she painted from obligation or routine, her works remained lifeless, mere arrangements of color on canvas. But when she created with passion, with her whole being aligned with her vision, something extraordinary occurred. Her paintings seemed to breathe with life, drawing viewers into worlds so vivid they could almost step through the frame. You possess this same creative power within you. The universe itself is your canvas, responding not just to your thoughts, but to the emotional energy and clarity you invest in your visions. Like Maya's paintings, your manifestations come alive when infused with genuine feeling and precise intention. When you approach creation with a scattered mind or conflicting emotions, the universe receives mixed signals, much like a canvas marked by uncertain brushstrokes. But when you align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with crystal clarity, you become a master artist of reality itself. The power of emotional alignment in creation is reflected in the tale of Chen, a farmer in a distant valley. While other farmers scattered their seeds hastily across their fields, Chen took time with each seed, holding it in his palm, infusing it with love and visualizing its growth into a strong, healthy plant. He would speak to his crops, sharing his vision of their abundance. As seasons passed, Chen's fields flourished beyond measure, yielding harvests that seemed touched by magic. Just as Chen nurtured each seed with focused intention and loving care, your visions require the same devoted attention. The seeds of your desires, planted in the fertile soil of universal consciousness, respond to the emotional energy you provide. A vision held with half-hearted belief or clouded by doubt will struggle to take root, while one nourished with conviction and positive emotion will flourish. Now I invite you to participate in an ancient practice of conscious creation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and imagine before you a vast, cosmic canvas of pure potential. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to relax you more deeply. See yourself holding a brush of pure light. Feel its warm energy in your hands. Begin to paint your desired reality on this cosmic canvas. See the colors flowing from your brush with perfect clarity, every detail, every nuance. Feel the emotions of your vision as if it were already real. Let joy, gratitude, and excitement flow through you as you create. Take your time with each stroke, knowing that your emotional energy infuses every element of your creation with life-giving power. This is not mere imagination. You are engaging with the very forces that shape reality. Practice this cosmic painting each day, allowing your vision to become increasingly clear and emotionally charged. Chapter 3. The Creator Hidden Within You. In a remote mountain village there lived a humble man named Akio who spent his days tending to his small garden. One morning, while clearing stones to plant new seeds, his tools struck something solid. As he brushed away the earth, he uncovered an ancient chest, its surface adorned with mysterious symbols. Inside, he found no gold or jewels, but a simple mirror that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. When Akio gazed into it, he saw not just his reflection, but visions of all he could become. You, like Akio, carry within you a treasure far greater than earthly riches. The creative force of the universe flows through you, waiting to be recognized and embraced. This power does not discriminate between the wealthy and the poor, the educated and the unschooled. It resides equally in all, a divine inheritance of your very existence. Your mind, through the art of visualization, acts as the key to unlock this treasure chest of infinite potential. When you learn to harness this creative force, you tap into the same power that brings forth stars and shapes galaxies. The universe responds not to your worthiness, for you are already worthy, but to your awareness and use of this innate gift. In a distant land, there lived a young apprentice named Ryu who sought to learn the art of pottery from a renowned master. The master first instructed Ryu to spend months simply holding clay, feeling its texture and understanding its nature. The clay already knows the shape it wishes to become, the master taught. Your task is not to force, but to listen and guide. At first, Ryu grew impatient, wanting to create magnificent works immediately. But as he practiced this deep communion with his material, his hands learned to move in harmony with the clay's nature. Eventually, his creations emerged with a grace that seemed effortless, as though the vessels had always existed within the clay, waiting to be revealed. Just as Ryu learned to unlock the potential within simple clay, you possess the ability to shape the substance of your reality. Your creative power grows stronger with each conscious exercise of visualization and belief. The life you dream of already exists within the infinite field of possibility. Your task is to bring it forth through focused intention and unwavering faith. Take your journal and find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Allow yourself to step into the reality of your desires as though they already exist. Write in the present tense, describing your life exactly as you wish it to be. I am living in. I am experiencing. I feel. Let your words flow naturally, infused with the emotion and gratitude of one who is already living their dream. Chapter 4. The Mirror of the Mind. In an ancient realm there lived a queen named Amara who inherited a kingdom divided by strife. Each morning she would gaze from her tower window at the troubled lands below, her heart heavy with concern. One dawn, as she observed her reflection in a golden mirror, she noticed something extraordinary. When worry clouded her mind, the skies above her kingdom darkened, and when peace filled her heart, the sun broke through the clouds. As days passed, Amara began to notice more of these mysterious correlations. When she cultivated wisdom and compassion within herself, disputes among her subjects resolved naturally. When she found inner balance, trade flourished in the marketplace. The kingdom itself seemed to mirror the state of her consciousness, responding to her thoughts and emotions like a perfectly polished looking glass. Your life operates under this same principle. The circumstances you encounter are not random events, but reflections of your inner world projected onto the screen of physical reality. Just as a projector casts images onto a blank wall, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions create the pictures that become your daily experience. The universe serves as a faithful mirror, returning to you the essence of your dominant thoughts and feelings. This mirror responds not just to surface thoughts, but to the deeper currents of your consciousness, your firmly held beliefs about yourself, others, and the nature of reality shape the reflection you see in your external world. When you shift these inner patterns, the outer world shifts in response, following an immutable universal law. In a coastal village lived a lighthouse keeper named Thomas, who tended his beacon with unwavering dedication. Night after night, he polished the great lens and maintained the light that guided ships safely to shore. He noticed that on nights when his thoughts were clear and focused, the beam seemed to reach further across the waters, as if powered by something beyond its mechanical capacity. Through years of solitary service, Thomas came to understand that his state of mind affected not just the reach of his light, but the very atmosphere around his tower. When his thoughts were scattered, fog would often roll in thick and heavy. But when he maintained clarity and purpose, the air remained crystal clear, allowing his light to pierce the darkness and touch distant horizons. Just as Thomas's lighthouse illuminated the physical world, your thoughts cast light upon the circumstances of your life. Every situation you encounter reflects back the quality and intensity of your mental focus. Take a moment now to sit in silence. Observe your current life circumstances as though they were reflections in a mirror. What thoughts and feelings do you see mirrored back to you? Notice areas of struggle or success and trace them back to their corresponding internal patterns. Let this awareness guide you toward conscious choices about the thoughts you wish to project into the mirror of your reality. Chapter 5. The Energy of Vision. In a bustling workshop filled with curious contraptions, an inventor named Rashid spent his days crafting devices that seemed to defy the ordinary laws of nature. His most remarkable discovery came not from his tools or materials, but from observing a peculiar pattern. His inventions only sparked to life when his heart burned with genuine passion for their purpose. When Rashid approached his work mechanically, following mere technical specifications, his creations remained lifeless. Yet when he poured his soul into each design, infusing them with his dreams and conviction, they would mysteriously begin working beyond their apparent capabilities. The universe operates on this same principle of energetic resonance. Your visions, when charged with authentic emotion, become magnetic forces that draw their physical counterparts into your reality. Like a tuning fork that causes another to vibrate at its frequency, your emotionally charged thoughts send out waves that the universe must answer. This magnetic power lies not in the mental pictures alone, but in the feeling tone that accompanies them. When you combine clear visualization with genuine emotional investment, you create a vibrational signature that acts as a cosmic attractor. The stronger your emotional connection to your vision, the more powerful its magnetic pull becomes. In the heart of an ancient valley lived a gardener named Maya, who tended to her flowers with extraordinary care. While other gardens withered under the harsh sun, hers flourished with vibrant blooms. The secret, she discovered, lay not in the water or soil, but in the love and intention she poured into each plant. As she nurtured her garden, she would whisper to her flowers, sharing her joy and appreciation for their beauty. The plants seemed to respond to her energy, growing stronger and more radiant with each passing day. Just as Maya's garden thrived on her loving attention, your desires flourish when nourished with positive emotional energy. The universe responds not to empty wishes, but to dreams that pulse with the life force of your genuine feelings. Take time now to create a sacred space for your vision board. Select images that spark genuine emotion within you, pictures that make your heart leap with excitement and possibility. As you arrange them, infuse each image with the feeling of already having manifested its reality. Each day, sit before your vision board and allow yourself to be immersed in the emotions these images evoke. Let your heart's energy charge these visual representations of your desires, transforming them into powerful magnets for manifestation. Chapter 6. Dissolving the Illusion of Limits. In a grand palace garden, a golden songbird lived in an ornate cage. For years, the bird remained within its gilded prison, never attempting to leave, believing itself forever bound. Each morning, servants would bring fresh seeds and water, tending to its every need, yet the bird's songs grew melancholic, yearning for the freedom it believed impossible. One day, a gentle breeze pushed against the cage door, and it swung open. The bird, startled, realized the door had never been locked. All along, its captivity had existed only in its mind. With trembling wings, it took flight, soaring into the vast expanse of sky it had only glimpsed through golden bars. Your mind creates the boundaries of your existence. Like that songbird, you may live within invisible walls of your own making. These self-imposed limitations whisper convincing tales of "I can't" and "it's impossible," yet they hold no more substance than morning mist in sunlight. The universe knows no bounds. It is your thoughts alone that create the illusion of limitation. Every barrier you perceive exists first as a belief in your mind. These beliefs become the architects of your reality, constructing walls where none need exist. Yet just as easily as these limitations are built, they can be dissolved through the power of awareness and choice. In a distant mountain valley, a merchant named Kai found himself before a rushing river that seemed impossible to cross. For days he searched for a way around, growing increasingly desperate as his supplies dwindled. On the seventh day, exhausted and ready to turn back, he noticed something peculiar. A simple rope bridge, weathered but sturdy, had been there all along, partially hidden by hanging vines. The crossing he thought impossible had always been within reach, waiting to be discovered. This bridge represents the solutions that surround you, obscured only by the veil of limiting beliefs. When you release these self-imposed constraints, paths forward reveal themselves with surprising simplicity. Now take a moment to examine the walls you've built around your possibilities. On a piece of paper, write down every "I can't" that echoes in your mind. Next to each limitation, craft a counter-belief that opens the door to possibility. Where you wrote "I can't afford my dreams," write "I attract abundant resources for my goals." Where "I'm not talented enough" appears, inscribe "I develop my skills daily through dedicated practice." Let each new belief serve as a key, unlocking the cage door of your potential. Like the songbird, you need only recognize that your freedom has been within reach all along. Chapter 7. The Quantum Imagination. In the misty peaks of an ancient mountain range, a sage named Zhen dwelt in a hidden sanctuary. Those who sought his wisdom spoke of a mysterious chamber within his dwelling, a space where the very fabric of reality seemed to shimmer like morning dew on spider's silk. When asked about this chamber, Zhen would smile and say, "What you see is the doorway to all that could be." Through this ethereal portal, seekers witnessed infinite versions of their lives unfolding simultaneously, each path as real as the next, until observed. The sage taught that this portal existed not in the physical realm, but in the space between thoughts, where all possibilities converge. You stand now at the threshold of understanding a profound truth. Your imagination is not mere fantasy, but a gateway to the quantum field, the realm where all potential realities exist simultaneously. When you close your eyes and envision your desires, you are not creating mere dreams, but accessing actual possibilities waiting to materialize. This field of infinite potential responds to your focused attention, collapsing countless possibilities into the singular reality you choose to observe. Like a quantum particle that exists in multiple states until measured, your desired reality exists now, waiting for your conscious observation to bring it forth. In a distant village lived a sculptor named Maya, who never touched stone before seeing her creation complete in her mind's eye. For 40 days and nights, she would sit before each block of marble, her eyes closed, hands hovering inches from its surface. Other artisans mocked her seeming inaction. But when Maya finally lifted her chisel, she worked with such precision and speed that the finished piece appeared to emerge fully formed as if it had always existed within the stone. "I do not create," Maya would say. "I simply reveal what is already there." The quantum field is your block of marble, containing every possibility imaginable. Through focused visualization, you collapse these infinite potentials into your chosen reality. Your imagination acts as the chisel, carving away all that does not align with your vision. Now find a quiet space and close your eyes. Imagine stepping through a shimmering doorway into a vast chamber of infinite possibilities. Here, every version of your life exists simultaneously. Feel the energy of potential swirling around you like a gentle breeze. See your desired reality taking shape before you, becoming more vivid with each breath. Let your consciousness merge with this version of reality, knowing that by observing it you begin to draw it into your physical experience. This is not mere visualization. It is quantum observation, the act of choosing which reality you will experience from the infinite field of possibility. Chapter 8. Seeds of Desire. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land there lived a farmer named Amara who understood the sacred art of cultivation. Each spring she would spend days examining her seeds, holding each one up to the light, feeling its weight, and sensing its potential. While others hastily scattered their seeds, Amara took time to connect with each one, knowing that within its tiny form lay the blueprint of an abundant harvest. You, like Amara, hold seeds of potential within your consciousness. Each desire you nurture is a seed waiting to sprout in the fertile soil of the universe. The key lies not in the quantity of your desires, but in the quality of attention you give them. When you plant a desire in the field of infinite possibility, you must first examine it with the same care Amara showed her seeds. Is it pure? Is it clear? Does it carry the full pattern of what you wish to manifest? Just as a seed contains the complete blueprint of the tree it will become, your desire must hold the complete vision of what you wish to create. The universe responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused intentions planted with purpose and faith. Like a seed requiring the right conditions to sprout, your desires need the nurturing environment of belief, expectation, and emotional connection to take root and grow. In a distant city lived a young architect named Kairos, who spent years crafting detailed plans for a magnificent metropolis. Each night he would unfold his blueprints and add new details. Gardens here, fountains there, towers reaching toward the stars. Others saw only paper and ink, but Kairos saw living streets filled with joy and possibility. Years later, when travelers came upon his completed city, they marveled at how it seemed to have sprung fully formed from a dream. Your desires are like Kairos's blueprints. detailed plans that the universe will follow with precise accuracy. But just as his city required time to manifest, your desires unfold according to natural law. The key is maintaining unwavering faith in their inevitable manifestation. Now take a moment to plant your own seed of creation. Choose one clear desire that resonates deeply within your heart. Write it down with precise detail, feeling its truth and potential. Close your eyes and visualize yourself kneeling before the fertile soil of the universe. See yourself gently placing this desire seed into the ground. Feel the warmth of your belief nurturing it. Know with certainty that the universal forces are already at work, bringing your desire to fruition according to perfect timing and divine order. Chapter 9. Feeling it real. In a timeless valley nestled between ancient mountains there lived a musician named Ravi, whose melodies could stir the deepest emotions in those who listened. Before touching his instrument, Ravi would sit in silence, allowing the music to flow through his heart. Only when the emotions swelled within him would he begin to play, transforming invisible feelings into sounds that moved souls. You possess this same ability to bridge the world of thought and matter through the power of emotion. Just as Ravi felt the music before it manifested as sound, your feelings are the vital force that breathes life into your visualizations. The universe responds not to empty thoughts, but to the vibration of your emotional state. When you infuse your visions with genuine feeling, you create a resonance that the universe must match. This is the hidden key that transforms mere daydreams into tangible reality. In a distant theater, there lived an actor named Maya, who understood this truth through her craft. While others merely recited lines, Maya would immerse herself so completely in her character that she ceased to exist as herself. She didn't just act the part, she became it. Through this complete embodiment, her performances transcended mere acting and became living truth. Like Maya, you must step fully into the reality you wish to create. It isn't enough to simply picture your desired life. You must feel it, live it, become it in the depths of your being. When you align your emotional state with your vision, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe naturally follows. The time has come to practice this ancient art of emotional manifestation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and bring your desired reality into focus. Now, instead of merely observing it, step into this vision fully. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement of having your desire fulfilled. Let these emotions fill every cell of your body. Experience the reality as if it exists now, in this present moment. Allow yourself to become one with this feeling state, knowing that as you do, you align with the frequency of manifestation. Chapter 10. The Moment of Awakening. In the heart of a vast desert, a wanderer named Adele searched endlessly for a legendary oasis said to grant infinite wisdom. For years he traveled from mirage to mirage, growing weary with each step. One night, as he sat beneath the stars, exhausted from his search, he closed his eyes in meditation. In that moment of stillness, he discovered a wellspring of power within his own heart, more magnificent than any external oasis he had sought. You stand now where Adele once stood, at the threshold of a profound truth. The power you seek has always resided within you, waiting to be recognized. Like a master artist who suddenly realizes their ability to create masterpieces was never in their brushes but in their vision and intention, you now awaken to your innate creative force. This awakening marks the moment when visualization transforms from idle dreaming into conscious creation. Just as a sculptor sees the finished statue within the raw marble, You now understand that your thoughts and feelings actively shape the substance of reality. This is not mere fantasy. It is the fundamental law by which all creation unfolds. In the mountains of an ancient land, there lived a blind woman named Luna, who rose before dawn each day to sit facing east. Though she couldn't see with her eyes, she felt the first warmth of sunrise on her face and understood a truth that many with sight missed. Darkness always yields to light. Just as the sun's rays pierce the darkness without effort, your awakened consciousness naturally illuminates the path before you. Luna's story mirrors your own journey. The darkness of unconscious creation now gives way to the dawn of purposeful manifestation. You no longer wait for life to happen to you. You become the conscious author of your experience. This moment of recognition changes everything. Like a musician who suddenly understands how notes combine to create harmony, you now grasp how your thoughts and feelings orchestrate the symphony of your reality. This knowledge, once realized, cannot be unfelt or unknown. Take your journal now and record this moment of awakening. Write about the shift you feel as you recognize your creative power. Then, choose one daily action that will reinforce this truth. Perhaps a morning visualization practice or a moment of conscious intention setting before any important task. This commitment becomes your compass, guiding you from unconscious reaction to deliberate creation. Part 2. Harmonizing with the flow of creation. Chapter 11. Your world is your reflection. In a kingdom long ago, there lived a ruler named Raja, whose realm responded mysteriously to his inner state. When his heart was at peace, the kingdom flourished. Crops grew abundant, rivers flowed clear, and harmony prevailed among his people. Yet when anxiety or anger clouded his mind, storms would rage across the land, crops would wither, and discord would spread through the streets. A wise woman observed this phenomenon and revealed to Raja the ancient truth. His kingdom was but a mirror of his consciousness. This revelation transformed not only Raja's understanding, but the fate of his entire realm. As he learned to cultivate inner peace, his kingdom reflected this transformation in ever-expanding waves of prosperity. The universe operates through this same principle of reflection. Your external world, your relationships, circumstances, and experiences mirrors your inner landscape with perfect precision. Like a still lake reflecting the sky above, reality reflects back the predominant vibration of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. This mirror principle reveals why two people can face the same situation yet experience entirely different outcomes. Their unique internal states create distinct reflections in the physical world. Your life circumstances are not random occurrences but precise reflections of your consciousness. In a distant village lived a potter named Maya, who crafted vessels of extraordinary beauty. Those who watched her work noticed something remarkable. The clay seemed to respond differently to her touch, depending on her mood. When she worked with joy and confidence, the clay yielded effortlessly to her hands, forming vessels of perfect balance. But on days when doubt crept in, the same clay became stubborn, resisting her touch. Maya discovered that her creations were not shaped merely by her physical technique, but by the energy she brought to her work. The clay, like all matter, responded to the subtle vibrations of her consciousness. Through this understanding, she learned to align her inner state before approaching her work, knowing the clay would mirror her energy. Your reality responds just as Maya's clay did to her touch. Every circumstance in your life reflects the energy you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. This understanding grants you the power to reshape your world by first reshaping your inner landscape. Take a moment now to examine one circumstance in your life that you wish to change. Identify the thought or emotion that might be creating this reflection in your reality. Write it down. Then craft an affirmation that embodies the opposite energy, one that aligns with what you wish to create. Speak this affirmation daily, knowing that as you shift your inner vibration, your outer world must shift to match it. Chapter 12. Shaping Reality Through Repetition. In a remote mountain village, a sculptor named Kai worked tirelessly each day, transforming a massive stone into what would become his masterpiece. From dawn until dusk, his chisel struck the stone with unwavering precision. To passers-by, progress seemed imperceptible, merely tiny fragments falling away day after day. Yet Kai persisted, guided by the vision he held within his mind. As weeks turned to months, a form gradually emerged from the stone. What once appeared as random strikes of the chisel revealed themselves as deliberate acts of creation. Finally, after countless strikes, a magnificent statue stood before the village, a testament to the power of patient, persistent action. Your thoughts shape reality in much the same way. Each visualization is like a strike of the chisel, gradually sculpting your desired reality from the infinite possibilities that exist. The key lies not in sporadic bursts of intention, but in the steady rhythm of repeated practice. Just as Kai's statue emerged through thousands of precise strikes, your reality takes shape through consistent visualization. Your subconscious mind, which governs much of your experience, responds to repetition. Like a field being seeded, each visualization plants itself deeper into your subconscious. Through repetition, these seeds take root, growing into new patterns of thought and ultimately, new manifestations in your physical world. In the valleys below Kai's village lived a gardener named Lin who tended to a rare flower. Each day she watered the soil and spoke gentle words of encouragement, though no growth was visible. Others questioned her dedication to what appeared to be empty soil, but Lin understood the invisible process taking place beneath the surface. For weeks she maintained her faithful practice, trusting in the natural law of growth. Then one morning, a tiny green shoot emerged from the soil. Lin's unwavering faith and consistent care had allowed the seed to germinate in its own time. Your visualizations work in the same way as Lin's daily watering. Though results may not be immediately visible, each repetition nurtures the seed of your desire. The universe operates on natural laws. Just as a plant requires consistent care to grow, your desires require consistent attention to manifest. For the next 7 days, choose one specific visualization to practice each morning upon waking and each night before sleep. Record your experience in a journal, noting any shifts in your thoughts, feelings, or external circumstances. Like Lin tending her garden, maintain your practice with patience and trust, knowing that beneath the surface, powerful transformations are taking place. Chapter 13. Breaking Through Invisible Barriers. In a secluded forest glade, a magnificent golden bird spread its wings, preparing to soar into the endless azure sky above. With each attempt to take flight, an invisible force held it back, though no chains or barriers were in sight. The bird possessed all it needed to fly: strong wings, light bones, and an innate knowing of the wind currents. Yet something unseen tethered it to the earth. You, too, possess everything required to manifest your deepest desires. The universe has gifted you with infinite creative power, yet invisible threads of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs often hold you back from reaching your full potential. These hidden restraints stem from thoughts buried deep within your subconscious mind. Like roots growing beneath the soil, they silently influence your reality. Each time you reach for your dreams, these unseen beliefs whisper stories of impossibility, unworthiness, or past disappointments. Yet know this truth: resistance reveals the path forward. When you feel held back, you have discovered a gateway to transformation. By bringing these limiting thoughts into the light of awareness, you begin to loosen their hold. In the misty mountains of an ancient land, a wanderer named Riza approached a bridge shrouded in thick fog. With each step forward, doubt clouded his mind as densely as the mist obscured his path. Yet as he continued walking, something remarkable occurred. His movement through the fog began to clear small patches of visibility. Step by step, the path revealed itself, not all at once, but exactly as needed for his journey. Like Reza's journey through the mist, your path to manifestation becomes clear through movement. As you identify and face each limiting belief, the fog of resistance begins to lift. What once seemed impossible becomes achievable as you replace old thoughts with new empowering truths. The time has come to release these invisible threads. Take a moment now to identify one limiting belief that holds you back. Write it down with complete honesty. Perhaps it whispers, "I'm not ready," or "This is impossible for someone like me." Now create a new belief that empowers rather than restricts, one that aligns with your infinite potential. For the next 7 days, each morning write down both beliefs. Feel the weight of the limiting thought pressing upon your spirit, then experience the profound liberation of releasing it as you embrace your new empowering truth. Let this daily ritual become a sacred practice of transformation. Each word you write acting as both witness and catalyst to your awakening. Watch as the invisible threads that once bound you begin to dissolve one by one, their power diminishing with each conscious act of replacement, leaving you free to soar into the boundless sky of possibility. In this space of renewed faith, you will find that what once seemed like chains were merely illusions, ready to fade the moment you choose to see beyond them. Chapter 14: The Imagination Portal. In a hidden garden, young Maya discovered a shimmering doorway of pure light. As she approached, rainbow-colored ripples danced across its surface, beckoning her forward. With childlike wonder, she stepped through the portal and found herself in a realm where thoughts took form instantly. Every dream she held in her heart materialized before her eyes, teaching her that imagination holds the key to all creation. You stand now at the threshold of such a portal. Your imagination is not mere fantasy, but a direct connection to the infinite field of possibility. Within this quantum realm, all potential realities exist simultaneously, waiting for your conscious attention to bring them into form. The universe responds to the pictures you hold in your mind with unwavering precision. Each thought ripples through the fabric of reality, attracting circumstances that match its frequency. When you engage your imagination with purpose and clarity, you activate forces beyond ordinary perception. Through the sacred gateway of visualization, you access the same creative power that births stars and shapes galaxies. This is not wishful thinking, but rather the activation of universal law. For what you can imagine clearly, you can manifest surely. In a distant mountain monastery, an artist named Kai spent years perfecting their craft. Yet their most remarkable works emerged not from technical skill alone, but from the vivid dreams that visited them each night. As they learned to bridge the gap between dream and canvas, their art began to carry an almost magical quality that moved all who beheld it. Their secret lay not in the brushes or paints, but in their ability to hold the dream vision clearly until it materialized in physical form. Now close your eyes and allow yourself to approach the glowing portal of possibility that stands before you. Feel its warm light washing over you as you prepare to step through. Take a deep breath and move forward into this sacred space where all dreams are possible. See your ideal life unfolding around you in vivid detail, the colors, sounds, textures, and feelings. Notice what you're wearing, who surrounds you, what you're achieving. Let each detail become sharp and clear, as if you're watching a movie of your perfect life playing out before you. Take your time to explore this reality, knowing that what you see here exists as potential in the quantum field. Feel the emotions of living this life. Let them fill your being completely. This is not mere daydreaming. It is conscious creation through the power of your divine imagination. Carry these visions with you as you return, knowing that what you have seen has already begun its journey into physical form. Chapter 15, Anchoring Your Vision. Long ago, a merchant vessel named Aurora drifted upon vast ocean waters, her sails catching every passing wind. Though beautiful and strong, she wandered without direction, carried by each new current that crossed her path. Her crew worked tirelessly, yet found themselves returning to the same waters time and again. It wasn't until the captain discovered an ancient anchor in the ship's hold that everything changed. When finally anchored in a safe harbor, the Aurora transformed from a wandering vessel into a beacon of trade and prosperity. You possess within you visions as vast as the ocean, dreams that sparkle like stars upon endless waters. Yet without anchoring these visions into the solid ground of daily practice, they may remain adrift in the realm of possibility. The universe responds not only to the clarity of your vision, but to the steadfast nature of your commitment. Your thoughts, like ships upon the sea, require both freedom to sail and wisdom to anchor. Each visualization plants a seed in the fertile soil of infinite potential, but it is through consistent, grounded practice that these seeds take root and flourish. The mystics of old understood this truth. That transformation occurs not in sporadic bursts of inspiration, but in the quiet dedication of daily ritual. In a mountain temple nestled among ancient peaks lived a monk named Chen who lit a single candle each morning before dawn. This simple act, performed with unwavering devotion, became a bridge between the spiritual and physical realms. As the flame flickered to life, Chen would hold in his heart the intention for the day ahead. Years passed, and travelers began to speak of the unusual peace that emanated from his humble temple, a peace that grew from this single anchored practice. This ancient wisdom speaks directly to your journey of manifestation. Just as Chen's candle served as a physical anchor for spiritual intention, you too must create tangible touchstones for your visions. These daily rituals become the foundation upon which your dreams can build, transforming ethereal thoughts into physical reality. Choose a simple, meaningful action to perform each day, perhaps lighting a candle, holding a crystal, or touching a special object. As you perform this ritual, hold your vision clearly in your mind and heart. Feel the emotions of your desired reality as if they are already present. Let this moment serve as a bridge between the infinite realm of possibility and your physical world. Perform this ritual at the same time each day, allowing it to become as natural as breathing. Through this consistent practice, you create an unshakable anchor for your manifestations in the physical world. Chapter 16, Visualizing Through Symbols and Archetypes. In a time beyond memory, there lived a sage named Ren who devoted his life to understanding the hidden language of the universe. One day, while exploring an ancient library, he discovered a weathered scroll covered in mysterious symbols. Unlike any writing he had seen before, these marks seemed to pulse with an inner light. For 40 days and nights, Ren studied the symbols, not with his mind, but with his heart. As dawn broke on the 41st day, understanding flooded his consciousness. The symbols were not mere markings, but keys to universal truth. A spiral represented the eternal dance of creation, a circle spoke of wholeness and completion, while a rising sun symbolized awakening and transformation. Through these timeless archetypes, Ren accessed wisdom that transcended language and culture. You too stand before these eternal symbols, though you may not yet recognize their presence in your life. The universe speaks to you through a language more ancient than words, the language of archetypal symbols that resonate with the deepest chambers of your soul. When you harness these powerful symbols in your visualization practice, you tap into a current of energy that has flowed through human consciousness since the dawn of time. The spiral you see in a seashell mirrors the expansion of your consciousness. The mighty oak emerging from a tiny acorn reflects your own unlimited potential. These are not mere metaphors, but living keys to understanding and directing the creative force within you. Along the ancient trade routes walked a wanderer named Maya, who carried only a simple medallion bearing the symbol of a rising phoenix. In moments of doubt or confusion, Maya would hold this talisman, allowing its symbolic meaning of renewal and transformation to realign her with her purpose. Though she faced many challenges, the phoenix reminded her that every ending contained the seed of a new beginning. The symbol you choose becomes a bridge between your conscious intention and the vast sea of universal power. It speaks directly to your subconscious mind, bypassing the rational filters that often limit your creative potential. Whether you resonate with the grounding strength of a mountain, the flowing adaptability of water, or the transformative nature of fire, your chosen symbol becomes a focal point for manifestation. This ancient wisdom invites you to select a symbol that captures the essence of your deepest desires. Hold this symbol in your mind's eye during your visualization practice. Feel its energy merging with your intention, amplifying your creative power. Let it serve as a constant reminder of the transformation you seek to manifest. Practice. Find a quiet moment and allow various symbols to arise in your awareness. Notice which one creates the strongest emotional resonance. It might be a natural element, a geometric shape, or a mythical creature. Once you've chosen your symbol, spend 10 minutes visualizing it while holding your intention clearly in mind. Feel the symbol's energy merging with your desire, creating a powerful anchor for manifestation. Chapter 17: Sacred Manifestation Rituals. In a distant valley nestled between ancient mountains, there lived a community known for their sacred connection to the rhythms of nature. When drought threatened their crops, the villagers would gather beneath the open sky, moving in harmony with beats that echoed the heartbeat of the earth itself. Their dance was not mere movement, but a living prayer, each step an affirmation of their unwavering faith in the abundance of the universe. You now stand at the threshold of understanding how ritual transforms thought into physical reality. Just as those villagers knew the power of their sacred dance, you possess the ability to create ceremonies that bridge the gap between vision and manifestation. These rituals need not be elaborate. Their power lies not in complexity, but in the depth of meaning you invest in them. Every deliberate action performed with sacred intention becomes a channel through which universal forces flow. The lighting of a candle, the writing of a wish, the planting of a seed. These simple acts, when infused with purpose, become powerful tools of creation. They speak to the deepest parts of your being, aligning your conscious mind with the vast creative power of the universe. In an ancient city of scribes lived one named Adira, who discovered that words written with intention held mysterious power. Each night as the moon reached its fullest, Adira would carefully inscribe her deepest aspirations onto parchment with ink made from sacred herbs. She would then bury these writings in the earth, symbolically planting her desires in the fertile soil of possibility. As seasons passed, Adira watched in wonder as her written dreams took root in reality, growing into manifestations more beautiful than she had imagined. This wisdom reminds you that ritual creates a sacred space where transformation becomes possible. When you engage in ceremonial acts with focused intention, you participate in an ancient tradition of conscious creation. Your rituals become bridges spanning the visible and invisible worlds, allowing your desires to cross from thought into form. Create your personal manifestation ritual by writing your heart's desire on paper using flowing, intentional strokes. Choose a meaningful time, perhaps at sunrise or under the full moon, to perform your ceremony. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Read your written desire aloud 3 times, feeling the vibration of each word. Then, with reverence, release your paper in a way that feels sacred to you, perhaps burning it and letting the ashes scatter in the wind or burying it in rich soil. Trust that as you complete this ritual, universal forces begin weaving your desire into reality. Chapter 18, Transcending the Shadow of Doubt. In a city of eternal twilight lived a lantern-bearer named Rayan, whose sacred duty was to keep the flame of hope burning through the darkest hours. Each evening, Rayan would traverse the winding streets, sharing light with those in shadow. Yet when winds of uncertainty swept through the narrow alleys, Rayan's flame would flicker and dim, mirroring the doubts that crept into their heart. You now approach a vital understanding in your journey of manifestation, the dance between doubt and faith. Like Rayan's lantern, your creative power may waver when uncertainty stirs within. This wavering is not a sign of weakness, but a natural part of growth. The universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to the unwavering certainty beneath them. When doubt arises, it acts as a veil, dimming the brilliant light of your creative force. Yet this same doubt, when understood, transforms into the foundation of deeper trust. In the mountains far to the east lived a traveler named Maya, who journeyed through treacherous paths, guided only by a single star. Storm clouds would often obscure her celestial guide, yet Maya learned that the star's presence remained constant, even when hidden from view. Through countless nights, she discovered that trusting in the star's existence, even when unseen, always led her safely home. This wisdom speaks directly to your path. Like Maya's star, the creative power of the universe remains constant, regardless of temporary clouds of doubt. Your task is not to eliminate doubt entirely, but to recognize it as a teacher guiding you toward deeper faith. To transform doubt into trust, take a moment now to sit in stillness with paper and pen. Write down every doubt that whispers in your mind about your ability to manifest your desires. Look at each doubt with gentle awareness, understanding that these thoughts are not your true nature, but passing clouds in the vast sky of your consciousness. For each doubt you've written, craft an affirmation that transforms its energy into trust. Where doubt whispers, "This is impossible," let your affirmation declare, "I trust in the perfect unfolding of my desires." Where uncertainty claims, "I'm not ready," let your affirmation state, "I am growing stronger in faith each day." Choose one of these transformative affirmations and speak it aloud each morning as the sun rises and each evening as it sets. Let these words become your guiding star, shining constant through all weather of the mind. Hold them close as sacred mantras, feeling their vibration resonate through your being. With each repetition, you strengthen the bridge between doubt and faith, between limitation and infinite possibility. Just as ancient seekers before you have discovered, the power of a consistently spoken truth gradually reshapes the landscape of your inner world until what once seemed impossible becomes the natural order of your experience. Chapter 19. The Energy Shift. In a distant valley between ancient mountains, there lived a village where the air seemed heavy with sorrow. The crops withered, the streams ran slow, and the people moved as if carrying invisible burdens. Then came a wise woman who understood the secret of transformation. She began each morning by singing songs of gratitude to the rising sun. Slowly, others joined her dawn ritual. As their voices lifted in appreciation, the village began to change. The gardens flourished, laughter returned to the streets, and even the morning dew seemed to sparkle with renewed brilliance. You possess this same power to transform your reality through the elevation of your energy. Just as water changes its form when heated, your circumstances shift when you raise your vibrational frequency. This is not mere metaphor, but a fundamental law of the universe. Like attracts like, and your energy becomes a magnetic force, drawing similar experiences into your life. 3 primary pathways exist to elevate your vibration: gratitude, which opens your heart to abundance; joy, which aligns you with life's natural flow; and meditation, which connects you to the infinite source of all creation. When you consistently engage these practices, you create an energetic environment where your desires naturally manifest. In the heart of an ancient city lived a musician named Kai, whose melodies carried a peculiar magic. Whenever despair gripped the city, Kai would play in the central square. The notes would float through the air like golden threads, weaving themselves into the hearts of all who listened. Those who arrived with heavy steps would leave dancing, their burdens transformed by the elevated frequencies of the music. Soon the entire city began to pulse with this renewed energy, proving that one person's raised vibration could uplift countless others. This truth applies directly to your manifestation journey. As you elevate your own energy through consistent practice, you not only attract your desires more readily, but create a field of possibility that benefits all who encounter you. Your raised vibration becomes a beacon, drawing forth the highest potential in every situation. Now take a moment to ground these teachings through this ancient practice of gratitude. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Take 5 deep breaths, allowing your awareness to settle into the present moment. With paper and pen, write down 5 specific things for which you feel genuine appreciation. They need not be grand, perhaps the warmth of morning sunlight, the taste of fresh water, or the sound of birds greeting the dawn. As you write each one, pause to fully feel the gratitude in your heart. Let this emotion fill your entire being, knowing that this feeling itself is a powerful force of transformation. Practice this ritual each day as the sun rises, allowing these moments of appreciation to gradually elevate your energetic frequency and align you more closely with your desired reality. Chapter 20. Walking the Path of Trust. In a distant mountain realm, a traveler named Amara ventured forth at dawn despite a thick blanket of fog obscuring the ancient path before her. Though she could barely see her own feet, she took one step, then another. With each movement forward, just enough of the path revealed itself for her next step. Those who watched from the safety of their homes called her foolish, yet Amara understood a deeper truth, that life unfolds precisely this way, one faithful step at a time. You too stand at the threshold of such a journey. The mists of uncertainty may swirl around your desires, yet the universe operates through perfect divine timing. Each step forward requires not sight, but trust in the unseen forces guiding your path. Trust serves as the invisible bridge between your visualizations and their manifestation in physical form. When you release the need to control every detail, to know every turn in the road, you allow the infinite wisdom of the universe to orchestrate events in ways far beyond your limited perspective. This surrender does not mean inaction, but rather a deep alignment with the natural flow of creation. In the fertile valleys of an ancient land lived a farmer named Theos who understood this profound truth. While other farmers anxiously watched the sky and worried over their crops, Theos planted his seeds with quiet confidence. He knew that just as the sun rises each morning, the rains would come in their perfect time. His trust was so complete that even in periods of drought, he maintained his peaceful demeanor, tending his fields with the same care and attention. When the rains finally arrived, his crops flourished beyond measure, nourished not just by water but by his unwavering faith. This mirrors your own journey of manifestation. Like seeds planted in fertile soil, your visualized desires need space and time to take root and grow. Trying to force their emergence before their natural season only creates resistance and delay. To anchor this wisdom in your being, engage in this sacred practice. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Imagine standing at the beginning of a path shrouded in mist. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet. Take one deliberate step forward, affirming silently, "I trust in the perfect unfolding of my desires." Feel the deep peace that comes with this surrender to divine timing. Let this simple act become a symbol of your faith in the unseen forces working on your behalf. As you continue to breathe deeply, envision roots extending from your feet into the earth below, grounding you in this moment of sacred trust. Just as a tree cannot rush the seasons, you need not hasten the manifestation of your dreams. With each breath, release any tension or worry about when your desires will materialize. The universe operates on its own divine schedule, orchestrating countless elements to bring forth your highest good. In this peaceful surrender, you align with the infinite wisdom that governs all of creation. Part 3. Becoming the Architect of Reality. Chapter 21. Living as the Visionary. In a timeless city of marble and light lived an artist named Reza, who saw beyond the veil of present reality. Each morning, she would enter her studio not as one who hoped to create, but as one who had already birthed her masterpiece into the world. She moved with the grace and confidence of an artist whose work hung in the grandest galleries, spoke with the wisdom of one who had already touched countless lives through her art, and handled her brushes with the assured touch of a master who had already achieved greatness. You possess this same power to shape reality through your way of being. When you embody the essence of your desires, living, breathing, and moving as though they are already manifest, you transmute possibility into certainty. This is not mere pretense, but rather a profound alignment with the universal law that states consciousness precedes form. Your thoughts and actions must mirror the reality you wish to create. The universe responds not to what you want, but to who you are being in each moment. When you step fully into the identity of one who has already achieved their dreams, the external world has no choice but to reshape itself to match your inner state. In the chronicles of an ancient kingdom, there lived a commander named Darius who understood this truth with remarkable clarity. On the eve of a great battle, when his forces were vastly outnumbered, he carried himself with the quiet dignity of one who had already witnessed victory. He spoke to his soldiers not with desperate hope, but with the calm assurance of one recounting a triumph already achieved. His unwavering embodiment of success sparked such conviction in his warriors that they fought with the strength of those already victorious, turning what seemed an impossible situation into a legendary victory. This truth extends into your own life. The version of you who has already manifested your deepest desires exists now, in this moment. That future self is not a distant possibility, but an available state of being you can step into today. Every choice, every action, every word you speak can flow from this enlightened perspective. The practice of embodiment awaits you now. Take your journal and write down one specific action your future self, the one who has already achieved your greatest desire, would take today. Perhaps they would speak with more authority in meetings, approach their creative work with unwavering confidence, or carry themselves with the grace of one who knows their infinite worth. Choose one action that feels both stretching and achievable. Now make an unshakable commitment to take this action today, not as practice or preparation, but as a genuine expression of who you are becoming. Chapter 22, The Art of Letting Go. In a valley blessed by ancient wisdom lived a gardener named Amara, who understood the delicate dance between effort and surrender. Each spring, she would carefully prepare her soil, select the finest seeds, and plant them with loving intention. Yet once the seeds were nestled in the earth, Amara would step back, knowing her role in the miracle of growth was complete. You stand at this same threshold between action and acceptance. The universal laws that govern creation require both your conscious participation and your willing surrender. Like Amara's seeds, your desires need your initial focused intention, but then must be released to the greater forces that guide all things. When you grasp too tightly to your visions, you restrict the infinite ways they might manifest. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, sees pathways you cannot imagine and orchestrates circumstances beyond your limited perspective. Your role is to plant the seeds of intention with clarity and then step back, allowing the natural forces of creation to work through you. Along the ancient trade routes sailed a wise captain named Kai, who mastered this truth. While others fought against the winds and currents, Kai learned to read the waters and adjust his sails accordingly. He understood that his ship would reach its destination not through force, but through harmony with the elements. When storms arose, he did not rail against them, but found the currents within the chaos that would guide him true. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of manifestation. Like Kai, you must learn to work with the forces that surround you rather than against them. Release your grip on how your desires should manifest and trust in the perfect unfolding of universal law. Your practice now beckons. Take a piece of paper and write a letter to the universe. Pour into it all your hopes, dreams, and desires. Express them with clarity and feeling, holding nothing back. Then at the letter's end, write these words. I now release these desires to the infinite wisdom of the universe, trusting that they will manifest in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Seal this letter with your signature, and then physically release it. Burn it, bury it, or release it into flowing water. Let this symbolic act represent your trust in the greater wisdom that guides all things. Chapter 23. Co-creating with the universe. In the heart of an ancient mountain village lived a blacksmith named Ryu, whose forge was said to be blessed by divine fire. While other craftsmen relied solely on their own strength, Ryu understood that true mastery came from partnership with the sacred flames. Each morning he would bow before his forge, acknowledging the presence of something greater than himself. You, like Ryu, stand before the forge of creation. Your hands hold the hammer of intention, but the fire that transforms your desires into reality burns with divine energy. This partnership between your focused will and universal force creates manifestations of unmatched beauty and power. The laws of creation reveal that you are neither a passive observer nor the sole architect of your reality. Instead, you dance in perfect harmony with the universe, each step a collaboration between your vision and its infinite wisdom. When you align your efforts with universal flow, you tap into a power far greater than individual action alone could achieve. In a distant valley lived Sophia, a musician whose melodies captured the very essence of existence. Unlike others who forced their compositions, Sophia learned to listen to the world's natural rhythm. She discovered that true music emerged not from imposing her will, but from aligning her instruments with the symphony already playing in the universe. Through Sophia's story, you glimpse the art of co-creation. Just as she found harmony by attuning to universal rhythms, your manifestations flow most powerfully when you align with, rather than resist, the natural current of creation. This does not diminish your role, but enhances it through partnership with something greater. The universe awaits your participation in this sacred dance of co-creation. Take a moment now to connect with this truth through this timeless practice. On a clean sheet of paper, write your heartfelt request to the universe. Beneath it, pen these words: I stand ready as a co-creator with universal forces. Through my willing partnership, I invite the wisdom of the universe to guide my manifestation in ways that serve the highest good. Sign this declaration of partnership and place it where you will see it daily, reminding you of this eternal collaboration between individual and infinite. Chapter 24. The Universe Speaks in Signs. In the heart of an ancient desert, a wanderer named Karim discovered peculiar markings etched into weathered stones. While others passed these symbols without notice, something stirred within him, an intuitive knowing that these were not mere scratches, but a sacred language waiting to be understood. Following these mysterious signs, each one leading to the next, Karim traversed valleys and peaks until he discovered not gold or jewels, but something far more precious, the revelation of his own divine purpose. You walk a similar path surrounded by signs and symbols crafted by universal intelligence. These markers appear in countless forms: a repeated number sequence, an unexpected encounter, a book falling open to exactly the right page. The universe speaks in this subtle language, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your deepest desires. When you align with universal flow, these signs multiply, appearing with increasing frequency and clarity. They serve as confirmation that you walk in harmony with higher forces, that your desires resonate with divine timing. Yet many dismiss these sacred messages as mere coincidence, missing the profound guidance hidden in plain sight. Consider the story of Maya, a traveler who lost her way in a vast wilderness. Instead of surrendering to fear, she remembered the ancient wisdom of celestial navigation. As night fell, she witnessed the stars shifting into an unmistakable arrow, pointing toward safety. Maya understood that the universe always provides direction for those willing to observe its signs. These synchronicities serve as bridges between your inner vision and its outer manifestation. They appear as gentle whispers or dramatic revelations, each carrying messages tailored specifically to your journey. When you acknowledge these signs, you strengthen your connection to universal intelligence, allowing it to guide you more precisely toward your desired reality. Now take a moment to engage with this timeless practice. In peaceful contemplation, reflect upon the signs and synchronicities that have appeared in your life over the past 7 days. In a journal, record these occurrences, no matter how subtle they seemed. Beneath each entry, write the message or meaning you sense these signs carry. This practice will attune you to the universe's guiding language, helping you recognize and interpret the sacred symbols illuminating your path. Chapter 25. The Reality Bender's Mindset. In the peaks of the Eternal Mountains lived a sage named Zhen, whose mastery over the elements sparked wonder in all who witnessed his works. Where others saw immovable stone, he perceived malleable clay. When drought parched the land, he would sit in perfect stillness, his unwavering belief drawing rain from clear skies. The villagers whispered that Zhen didn't merely request nature's cooperation. He knew with unshakable certainty that the elements would respond to his call. You possess this same power within you. The sage's ability to bend reality stemmed not from mystical talents, but from an understanding that the universe responds to absolute conviction. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with unwavering clarity, reality bends to mirror your inner certainty. The traits of a reality bender exist naturally within you: faith that transcends doubt, resilience that transforms obstacles into stepping stones, and clarity that cuts through confusion like sunlight through mist. These qualities emerge not through force, but through conscious cultivation of your natural power. The ancient texts speak of a builder named Chen, who arrived at a village divided by a treacherous ravine. The elders declared a bridge impossible, the gap too wide, the winds too fierce. Yet Chen saw not impossibility, but potential. Each morning, he stood at the ravine's edge, his vision of the bridge so clear that others began to see it too. Stone by stone, guided by unshakable belief, Chen constructed what the village had deemed impossible. The bridge stands to this day a testament to the power of conviction. Like Chen, you hold the power to manifest what others claim impossible. Your belief shapes the very fabric of existence, transforming ethereal thoughts into tangible reality. When you embrace this truth with your entire being, the universe conspires to reflect your conviction. The wisdom of these stories flows through your own life. Every moment presents an opportunity to bend reality through the power of your belief. The bridge you build may not be of stone and mortar, but your unwavering faith constructs pathways to possibilities others cannot see. Find a quiet moment at sunrise. Close your eyes and feel the power of creation flowing through you. Craft an affirmation that declares your ability to bend reality. Speak it with the certainty of Zhen, commanding the elements, with the conviction of Chen building his impossible bridge. Write this affirmation in your journal and speak it daily as the sun rises, allowing its truth to permeate every cell of your being. Let your affirmation serve as a reminder of your natural power to shape reality through belief. Chapter 26. Visualizing Beyond Yourself. In a valley between ancient mountains lived a healer named Maya, whose gift extended far beyond mending physical ailments. Each morning she would sit in meditation, visualizing not just health for her patients, but a thriving community where wellness flowed like a crystal stream. As her vision grew stronger, remarkable changes began to unfold. Gardens flourished where once lay barren earth. Children played with renewed vigor. The elderly shared wisdom with sparkling eyes. Through Maya's unwavering vision of collective well-being, the entire village transformed into a sanctuary of health and harmony. You hold within you this same power to create ripples of positive change. When you align your personal desires with the greater good, you tap into the infinite creative force of the universe. Your visualizations become seeds of transformation, not just for yourself, but for all whose lives you touch. The ancient scrolls speak of a magnificent tree that grew in the heart of a desert. Its branches stretched wide, offering shade to travelers, fruit to the hungry, and shelter to countless creatures. The tree never withheld its gifts. understanding that its own growth was interconnected with the flourishing of all life around it. As it gave freely, its roots grew deeper, its trunk stronger, and its fruits more abundant. Like this giving tree, your creative power multiplies when directed toward collective good. As you visualize your desires, expand your vision to include the benefits others receive. See how your success creates opportunities for those around you. Feel how your abundance overflows to nourish your community. The universe responds with extraordinary power when personal desires align with universal harmony. Your visualization practice becomes a sacred act of service, creating waves of positive change that ripple far beyond your immediate sphere. Now find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and visualize your deepest desire manifesting in perfect form. See clearly how its fulfillment creates positive change in others' lives. Perhaps your business success provides employment opportunities, or your artistic expression inspires others to create. Write in detail about these ripple effects, describing how your manifested desire contributes to the greater good. Let this practice remind you that your creative power serves not just your own evolution, but the upliftment of all. Chapter 27. The Reality-Bending Technique. In the misty peaks of an ancient mountain monastery, a wise master named Chen sat with his most dedicated apprentice beneath a flowering cherry tree. "Watch closely," Chen whispered, placing a single leaf in his palm. With unwavering focus, he closed his eyes and breathed deeply. The leaf began to glow with an inner light, transforming into pure gold before the apprentice's astonished eyes. The secret, Chen revealed, lies not in the length of practice, but in the perfect unity of vision, feeling, and release. You possess this same capacity for instant manifestation. The ancient masters understood that reality responds not to time invested, but to the precise alignment of three sacred elements: crystal clear vision, pure emotional resonance, and complete surrender to universal wisdom. When you unite these three forces, reality bends naturally to your intention. First, you must see your desire with such clarity that it becomes more real than your present circumstances. Second, you must feel the emotional truth of its existence so deeply that your body responds as if it were already manifest. Finally, you must release all attachment, trusting in the perfect unfolding of universal law. In a distant land lived an alchemist named Raven, who discovered that transforming lead into gold required not countless hours of effort, but rather a moment of perfect alignment. Each morning, Raven would enter their laboratory and arrange their instruments with precise care. Success came not from forcing the transformation, but from achieving an exquisite balance of focus, feeling, and faith. When these elements merged in perfect harmony, the lead would instantly shimmer and transform into pure gold. This ancient technique of reality bending awaits your mastery. Like the alchemist's transformation, your visualizations can manifest with startling speed when you apply these principles with precision. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Begin by seeing your desire with perfect clarity. Every detail, every sensation, every aspect of its reality. Let this vision fill your entire awareness until nothing else exists. Now allow the emotions of having your desire to flow through your body, the joy, the gratitude, the peace of its fulfillment. Feel these emotions as if your desire exists now, in this moment. Finally, release all attachment to how or when it will manifest. Surrender completely to the wisdom of the universe, knowing that your desire is already fulfilled in the quantum field. Hold this state of perfect alignment for several minutes, then gently open your eyes. Practice this reality-bending technique daily, maintaining the delicate balance of clarity, emotion, and surrender. Chapter 28. Everyday Magic. In the bustling marketplace of an ancient city, a merchant named Khalil tended his small shop of spices and herbs. Each morning, before the sun touched the horizon, he would arrange his wares with intention, treating each jar and packet as if it contained priceless treasure. While other merchants rushed to make grand displays, Khalil focused on the smallest details: the angle of each jar, the careful measure of each portion, the genuine smile he offered every customer. Through these mindful actions, something remarkable began to unfold. His modest shop started attracting more customers, not through elaborate schemes or aggressive trading, but through the subtle energy he invested in each simple task. Within a year, his small corner store had become the most sought-after spice shop in the marketplace. You too hold this power to bend reality through small, consistent actions. The universe responds not to occasional grand gestures, but to the steady rhythm of aligned thoughts and actions woven through your daily life. Each moment offers an opportunity to align with your desires through simple practices. In the mountains lived a weaver named Maya, who created tapestries of extraordinary beauty. Her secret lay not in elaborate patterns or rare materials, but in the loving attention she gave to each individual thread. As she worked, she would infuse every movement with intention, treating the simplest knot as sacred. The magic, she would say, lives in the ordinary moments we transform through awareness. This truth extends to your own journey of manifestation. Reality bending becomes effortless when you integrate it into your natural daily flow. Instead of seeking dramatic transformations, focus on infusing your regular activities with conscious intention. When you prepare your morning tea, do so as if you're already living your desired reality. As you walk to work, carry yourself with the energy of someone who has already achieved their dreams. The power to shape your reality exists in these seemingly mundane moments. Each small action, when aligned with your vision, creates ripples of transformation in the fabric of your existence. Practice. Take a moment now to identify one simple daily activity, perhaps making your bed, preparing breakfast, or walking to your car. Choose an action you perform regularly without much thought. Write down how you can transform this ordinary task into a conscious practice of alignment with your desired reality. For the next 7 days, perform this action with complete presence and intention, as if you're already living the life you envision. Notice how this small shift begins to influence the larger patterns of your experience. Chapter 29. Living the Shift. In a distant realm, there lived a magnificent phoenix whose feathers gleamed with the colors of dawn. For centuries, this sacred bird had soared through the heavens, until one day, sensing the time had come, it settled upon its nest of aromatic spices and rare herbs. As flames began to dance around its form, the phoenix did not resist but embraced the fire with complete surrender, knowing that transformation required release of the old. From the scattered ashes, a new form emerged, more radiant and powerful than before. The phoenix rose not through struggle or force, but through perfect trust in the natural cycle of renewal. This is the way of true transformation that you now understand. You have walked through the sacred gates of wisdom and now stand ready to embody the truth you have discovered. Like the phoenix, you recognize that your power lies not in clinging to old patterns, but in allowing yourself to be transformed by the principles you have learned. The universe operates through perfect law, and you have become one with its flow. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions now align naturally with the reality you wish to create, for you understand that you are the creator of your experience. In the valleys between ancient mountains, a river carved its path toward the distant sea. It did not question its course or force its way forward, but moved in perfect harmony with the land. When it encountered obstacles, it simply flowed around them, knowing that all paths lead to its destination. The river's strength came not from resistance, but from its unwavering alignment with its nature. This river mirrors your own journey now. You have learned to move with the currents of universal law, understanding that resistance only creates turbulence in the flow of manifestation. Your power comes from alignment, from the quiet knowing that you are one with the creative force of the universe. As you embrace this new way of being, remember that transformation is not a destination, but a continuous unfoldment. Each moment offers an opportunity to express your authentic power, to live as the creator you have always been. Take a moment now to write your declaration of being. Begin with the words, "I am," and allow the truth of your transformed self to flow onto the page. Write about who you have become, not as a future aspiration, but as your present reality. Let each word carry the weight of your conviction, for in declaring your truth, you anchor it more firmly in your experience. Read this declaration daily, feeling the resonance of each word in your heart, knowing that you have stepped fully into your power as a conscious creator of reality. Chapter 30. Unleashing the Infinite Creator Within. In the eternal expanse of space, a single star pulsed with quiet energy. As it embraced its true nature, it began to expand, not with force or strain, but with the natural radiance of its being. Its light touched distant galaxies, awakening other stars to their own brilliance. This star did not question its right to shine or doubt its capacity to illuminate. It simply expressed its infinite nature. You now stand at this threshold of infinite potential. The wisdom you have gathered has awakened you to your true nature as a conscious creator. Like the expanding star, your creative power knows no bounds. Each thought you hold, each vision you nurture, ripples through the fabric of existence, shaping reality with divine precision. The universe responds to your conscious direction because you have aligned with its fundamental laws. You understand that creation is not about forcing outcomes, but about allowing your natural creative essence to flow freely. Your thoughts and feelings now move in harmony with universal forces, making manifestation as natural as breathing. In a sacred temple nestled among ancient peaks, there lived a wise sage who had mastered the art of reality creation. Rather than keeping this wisdom to themselves, they shared it freely with all who came seeking truth. Each person who learned from the sage became a light unto themselves, creating a cascade of awakening that transformed entire communities. The sage understood that the highest form of creation is that which uplifts all. This wisdom now lives through you. As you step into your role as a conscious creator, you recognize that your creative power serves not only your own evolution, but contributes to the elevation of all consciousness. Your manifestations become gifts to the world, adding to the tapestry of collective experience. Take your journal now and open to a fresh page. Allow yourself to write freely about the next chapter of your life, not as a distant hope, but as a reality you are stepping into. Detail the specific ways you will use your creative power, the visions you will bring forth, and how your creations will serve the greater good. Write about the daily practices that will keep you aligned with your creative power and the signs that will confirm you are on your path. This vision becomes your sacred contract with the universe, a declaration of your commitment to conscious creation. Remember, this vision is not fixed but fluid, allowing for the infinite wisdom of the universe to guide its unfoldment. As you write, feel the energy of possibility flowing through you, knowing that you are now fully equipped to bring forth whatever you envision. Conclusion. Throughout these sacred pages, you have traversed the path from seeker to master, uncovering the timeless wisdom that has transformed countless lives across the ages. The journey began with a simple awakening, the recognition that reality bends to the power of your focused intention and elevated consciousness. You now stand as living proof of these eternal truths. Each visualization practice, every moment of alignment, and all the subtle shifts in your being have prepared you for this moment. Like a master painter who knows precisely how to blend colors to create masterpieces, you understand how to weave the threads of thought, emotion, and belief into the fabric of manifestation. The universe has revealed its secrets to you, not because you forced them into the light, but because you opened yourself to receive them. You have learned that reality responds not to struggle, but to the natural radiance of your aligned being. Through the practice of visualization, you have discovered that your mind is the sacred temple where all creation begins. Your journey has shown you that manifestation flows most powerfully when you align with universal forces rather than resist them. You have transformed from one who merely wishes for change into one who embodies the change itself. Each breath you take now carries the power of conscious creation, and every thought you hold shapes the reality around you. Remember that this mastery you have achieved is not the end but a beginning. You have become a living channel through which universal wisdom flows, touching not only your life, but the lives of all you encounter. Your presence alone now serves as a reminder to others of their own infinite potential. Let your creations flow forth naturally, knowing that you no longer need to force or strain. You have discovered the effortless path of manifestation, the way of allowing rather than pushing, of trusting rather than controlling. Your power lies in your ability to hold clear visions while remaining open to the infinite wisdom of the universe. As you step forward into this new chapter, carry with you the understanding that you are now fully equipped to bend reality in harmony with your highest aspirations. The universe stands ready to support your continued expansion, for you have learned to dance with its rhythms and speak its language. Each breath you take resonates with infinite possibility. Each thought you think ripples through the cosmic fabric of creation. You have discovered the sacred keys that unlock the doors of manifestation, not through force or struggle, but through the gentle art of alignment with universal truth. The path before you shimmers with divine potential, ready to unfold in perfect synchronicity with your deepest wisdom. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.